Well, I definitely knew it wasn't gonna be long until this fat, idiotic preacher was gonna talk about this touchy subject. Well, let's just get this over with. What's up, bitches? Cringe. So recently, we had the latest school shooting, and this time it happened in Florida. 17 people have been murdered, and thus the talk for change has officially begun yet again. And of course, we have Joshua fucking Feuerstein saying that the blame resides on many different things, and not the obvious fucking answer. But let's just get this over with.
Hey guys, Josh Feuerstein here. So one day after the horrific tragedy, the school shooting in Florida, what happens? Well, the liberal news media comes out with their propaganda talking points and saying that guns are the problem, we need gun control.
Well, obviously they're gonna start the conversation. I mean, what the hell do you want them to do? Just sit idly by and not do a damn thing? These things happen all of the time, every single year, and yet nothing happens. How many people have to die before we even do something?
But let me ask you this. Why was it 20 years ago when I went to high school that we could drive around with a shotgun in the back of the pickup window, and yet we didn't have any mass school shootings?
Okay, so let's see here. The year is 2018. So 2018 minus 20 years is 1998. So let's see if there was any school shootings that happened back in 1998. Oh, and well, you look at that. There are 7 cases of school shootings that have happened in 1998. Oh, and of course, let's not forget about the year that happened after 1998. Remember Columbine? How is it that we live in this technological age, and yet you still don't know how to do a simple freaking Google search? Oh wait, I know, because it goes against your freaking narrative.
I mean, what's changed since then? I'll tell you what's changed. Society.
Oh boy, and thus begins the scapegoat blame game on who or what is to blame for the school shootings. Let's get this over with. Here we go, folks.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We live in a day and an age now where, well, parents just allow the television to raise their kids instead of them doing it.
Oh, and like you're one to talk? Yeah, you are definitely the best candidate for Father of the Year award. Or should I be the dumbest Father of the Year? And, I'll point that out in my next frickin' point.
They sit them down in front of the boob tube and just let them watch all of this junk. They let them watch R-rated movies at 13 years of age that have all of this Hollywood gore and violence and suggestive material.
Oh, and you don't? Need I remind you, Josh, that you made a video response to a guy who basically bought his son a Little Mermaid doll, and what did you do? You basically waved a freaking gun in front of your kid's face, saying that this is teaching them great life lessons, how to handle a gun. Jesus Christ, I kind of wonder how that would feel if that was your kid that got shot or killed or even was doing the damn damage. Oh, and side note, there is zero scientific evidence that says that movies are the reason why school shootings happen. There is zero scientific evidence that says that movies are the cause for school shootings.
They put them down in front of video games like Grand Theft Auto, where you are rewarded. That's right, rewarded for killing people. For that you score points for beating an old homeless woman to death, or shooting up a school.
Oh look, Joshua Feuerstein is using old-style fear tactics. You do realize that, 1, you don't score points for killing innocent people. Now, of course, you can go on the rampage in the video game, but if you do decide to go on a killing spree in the video game, you will get the police. You will get the entire army if you do so. And I will also point out that there is zero scientific evidence that backs up your claim. There is no scientific evidence that says that video games are the reason why we have school shootings.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem in society. You want to know why? Because we took the Bible out of schools. We took prayer out of schools, and now we have a school that teaches people that there is no God. There's no moral authority. There's no right and wrong.
First of all, the only thing that was banned from public schools, and I don't know why I have to keep reminding people of this, was teacher-led prayer. That's it. If you want to have a before or after school club where you discuss the Bible, you can do that. Second, there is a day in September where kids go to school beforehand and they meet at the flagpole and they sing Christian songs, they discuss the Bible, and it's called See You at the Pole. And third, show me proof where teachers say that you have no moral value. Show me proof. Oh yeah, that's right, because you can't, because you're spouting nothing but bullshit.
Everything's subjective to your own feelings. Now we've got people that are being taught in school that in their biology class that they're not designed and created by God. They're just a mere clump of cells that happen to evolve that way.
And now it is time for Facts and Definitions with Dr. Stephen Bitterman, Esquire. Biology is the natural science that involves the study of life and living organisms, including their physical structure, chemical composition, function, development, and evolution. Of course, because, you know, this is science we're talking about. Why the fuck do you think that we're going to be talking about Christianity in science class, you fucking fat oaf? Modern biology is a vast field composed of many branches. Despite the broad scope and complexity of the science, there are certain unifying concepts that consolidate into a single, coherent field. Biology recognizes the cell as a basic unit of life, genes as a basic unit of heredity, and evolution as the gene that propels the creation of new species. You know, because that's how we were freaking evolved, you fucking oaf. I mean, Christ, I swear to God, it's like 1 week I'm dealing with a dumb blonde who thinks freaking comprehensive sex education is always in other classes, and now we're dealing with a fucking oaf. A big fat oaf who's fatter than me. And the people sure say I'm the mentally crazy lunatic. Old man, fuck you. I mean, come on, Josh. It's literally right there in the definition. It's science. God is about faith. Biology is about science. If you want a person to spout at you that we were created by God and we were made from fucking clay, and that a woman was made from the rib of a man, then go to a fucking private Christian school or go to fucking church.
In that, you know, and we wonder why people don't have a moral conscience and can go in and shoot up a school.
Oh, so basically what you're saying is only Christians have moral values and can tell when right and wrong. Yeah, Josh, I'm here to tell you that you're basically spouting a bowl full of shit. You are full of shit. I have met many freaking people who don't believe in God and have a higher moral value than you could ever have dreamed of having.
It's not a guns problem any more than it's a forks problem that I'm fat. It's a choice that people make as a result of bad information.
Yeah, and isn't it ironic how all of the bad information comes from people in your camp?
And that bad information is liberal propaganda.
And of course it's the liberals with you. Of course it's the liberals with you. Because you know the Republicans can never do anything wrong. It's always the freaking liberals that are the evil ones in this country. And of course, if anyone dares goes up against your God Emperor Daddy Trump, well then they're just spouting fake news. Give me a break. The only propaganda I see coming from is from you. You're basically spouting bullshit propaganda.
That says that there is no God, there's no right and wrong, there's no moral authority, and that's what we're feeding our kids. If you agree with me, take a moment, share the video, like, and comment your thoughts below. God bless. Have a beautiful day.
So, Josh, you ignore completely that it is a mental health problem, but it is also a gun problem in this country. This is completely insane. This always happens. The same thing all the freaking time happens, and yet nothing gets done. And people actually think that these horrible things will end with the simple power of thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers literally don't do anything. Action is supposed to happen. Legislations do things. Josh, you constantly say that you are pro-life. You constantly say that you are pro 100% all life. Well then, why don't you actually advocate for things that will actually benefit and change things so that these things don't happen anymore? Oh, I know why, because it's easier to say, oh, if legislation happens, then they're gonna come out for our guns. The Second Amendment is gonna be destroyed by Obama. Oh wait, he's not in office anymore. You, Mark Dice, Activist Mommy, all of you people, all of you same idiotic dumbass people say that, oh, we need to it's always a mental illness problem. It's always a mental illness. Well, you people seem to freaking forget that your God Emperor Daddy Trump actually revoked a legislative bill that will be heavily background checks on mentally ill people that basically will, so they can stop getting guns. That will basically make it harder for them to obtain these guns. Because, you know, everything that Obama did was bad and everything that Trump does is good. You know what? If you actually think that what Trump did, revoking that freaking law so that mentally ill people can't get a hold of guns, then I'm sorry, but you are a fucking idiot, mentally ill retard. You know, The Onion always has a great point whenever something like this happens. We are the only country in the entire freaking world that says there's no way to prevent this. Yeah, we're the only country that this ever happens to, and we always say that there's no way to prevent this. Bullshit, there is many ways to fucking prevent this, but yet you guys never fucking do anything about it. Oh, and side note, we don't need ex-military, possibly with PTSD, to be put guarding our kids. That is literally a disaster waiting to happen. I'm Egghead. Thanks for watching. God damn. How many more freaking people need to die? How many more innocent lives need to die before we do anything about this? Let me guess, it probably has to be over hundreds of fucking people before we do anything about it.